how can you tell when a girl is a gold digger or not? I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have made it work without.
You just didn't look like you
dressed like an idiot.
Sure.
We were literally like in the club the whole night, just like.
And then they just start talking to him.
Literally, no, it didn't make sense. Like, how? I mean, we need some beef here and there.
Well, anybody
Call him out.
Honestly speaking here, you in Dubai and you right now, you're two different human beings. Look cool, actually cool finally. You are cool and just so much more confident, actually seem happier, etc. So like, what happened?
Since Dubai, coming from a point where I was just grinding, and then coming to Dubai, meeting people like you who are like chill and making money at the same time, I realized at that point that there's more to life than just like grinding and making money and doing monk mode. Like, you can become rich and you can still like go out, get good at networking, get good at talking to girls, get good at like your hobbies. You can literally live life and make money at the same time. So like at that point, that's when I was like, all right, cool. I need to like stop being like a loser and then just like branch out, you know?
Yeah, I guess if you have like 8 to 10 hours of productive work, all the time besides that, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And then obviously, I don't even want to get to like employees and stuff like that, then you can take more time. But like you as a one-man show just have to get the work done and that is it. And you could definitely feel that. Like, I mean, at this point, you like met up with Jordan Welsh and like started driving Lambos and all these crazy things. How's life?
I mean, bro, like literally a few days ago, I met up with Jordan Wells. Like, I messaged him, like, I didn't expect him to like say yes. Like, I was super nervous because like I didn't expect him. I messaged him and he was like, yo, sure. I was asking for like 15 minutes of his time and it was like, yo, sure. I like, let's do dinner, let's spend a day. We ended up spending like from 9 a.m. to like 1 or 2. He freed his entire like morning for me. I was like, what the hell? That's so crazy. So like, it's amazing what's like building all of this can actually do for you. Just a few months ago, I was literally one of the people watching on a camera. And I know everybody says this, but like, trust me, like you watching could literally turn your life around. And like, just, bro, look at where we are. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know.
How much do you think this whole personal brand played into it?
I honestly feel like it was almost like 100% of everything. Like, obviously, if I didn't put myself out there and show myself working hard, you wouldn't have even seen me putting in the work and want to actually try and help me out. So I'm not gonna lie, I probably maybe wouldn't have made it work without the personal brand because I would have never been able to identify the problems that I was going through, which was just like testing different strategies and everything because like I did not have the money to like venture out into any kind of mentorship or anything. So I probably wouldn't have made it work, to be honest. So even after all this, I feel like I'm still so far away from becoming like that guy, you know? So it's like, I always look up to you, try and pay attention to the way you act, the way you respond to people and like pick up things. For you, just something I've always wanted to know, like how long did it take for you to become that guy or become him?
It depends on which areas and how you define him.
Him is basically someone who is basically like respected by his peers, like the men around him, loved by women. I know that's like vanity, not everybody needs that, but like it's all part of getting the best experience in life. Being confident in your ability to make money and being confident in yourself as a person. Like,
if you would have met me 5 years ago, you honestly would not even think of any of these things at all. Like whatsoever, zero of it.
Are you sure you're not just born him or something?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm telling you right now, like ask the guys who know me for more than 5 years, who are literally here. They're going to all tell you the same thing. I changed a lot of things about myself and it wasn't that easy. I think there was a bunch of things playing into this. Number one, the things I had as like small goals, I always achieved everything. Every single time I set something up as, okay, I want to achieve this, I was able to do that every single time, no failure. Every single time. It wasn't like after a month or two, but I just like developed the confidence about me getting shit done after I saw that I can get shit done. And that's also probably why I was not that confident like earlier on, because I didn't get shit done. Like I was in school, I was pretty bad. Everything I did, I was never the best at anything. And it wasn't something where I got that confidence from a young age. You notice that when we generally talk, I'm not like delusional about anything. I'm pretty realistic about what's going on. And it's just that I'm confident in specific areas. I'm confident in specific abilities. And all of these abilities are learned. I made a bunch of businesses work, and that's why I'm confident in making money. The whole girls thing, I sucked at it. I was telling the story, but like for me, the main way to actually become good was working for clubs. Like if you work for a club for like half a year, so you just get the volume in of like talking to so many different people, to so many different girls. You just see how people behave, and it's gonna get much simpler to just talk to a random stranger. And I think it's also gonna be so much easier just to just have a normal conversation with a girl. Because I think combining working for a club and sales, which that job was a sales job, I had to go up to like a group of 10 girls at the beach. They don't know me. I have to go up to them and entertain them and be able to sell them some like garbage all-you-can-drink party. It's so nerve-wracking. I was so afraid of going up, especially when it was like a bunch of guys, a bunch of girls, like a huge group. It's just actually difficult. And that all I did after I already had a bunch of money. I was literally surrounded by like degenerate club promoters who were doing like coke all day. They did all the promoting just to actually live off that. And nobody in that circle knew that I had a business running. It was just like me doing this because I wanted to learn the skill of being social with other people. And also, that's where like a lot of confidence comes from in general. I just know that if a new person is there, I'm going to be able to hold a conversation. Yeah, like at this point, I obviously like I have a girlfriend, I'm settled down, I'm not into all of that shit anymore.
This guy.
But
instead of showing me the way this guy has a girlfriend, I decided to settle down. It's a shame. I mean, I'm happy for you. She seems like she's the one, I'm not gonna lie, but how do you know though that she's the one?
Okay, that's a good question. I think...
Have you reached the point where like you are actually kind of tired of this and you actually want to settle down? Or is it that she like cuts you off and made you feel like, okay, I'm done with this?
If I would never met her, 100,000% I would be on my bullshit still. Like for a fact. There was a bunch of things which led into it. And the first one was what sparked my interest was that she was unavailable in every area of life. It was impossible to meet her on Instagram because she doesn't have Instagram. It was impossible to meet her like in a club or in a bar because she was never there. And the only way I met her was basically through a friend of a friend on like my birthday party where like a friend of mine, she basically brought another friend. And it's just like super coincidentally they were there. Like I knew her from the past, and that's why she was also there. And the only reason why I was able to talk to her was because of that. That by itself already like gave me one green light. And then I basically noticed like how much more there was to it, you know? Just personality-wise, we got along so well. She's super beautiful, exactly my type. Every time we talked, we just had like either super interesting conversations or just bullshit and laughing. And then I saw how much she actually just started doing for me as a friend. We were just friends for like a month or two, and she was just like so happy all the time. And I genuinely felt every time I'm with her, I actually feel happier. I truly feel better. And I know this sounds super
it sounds
gay.
like you're about to cry or something.
No, but it might sound super...
Just look directly to the camera, say her name, say I love you right now.
I love you, baby. So
I do want to ask another question though, like also in terms of like the fashion stuff, did you have somebody who was kind of looking over your shoulder and telling you like what to do to get better at like dressing and stuff? Because like you in Dubai apparently only decided to tell me now though that I dressed like I worked in Dubai. Can't believe you didn't tell me until
no, like on the trip there was no point in telling you because like
well, we could have just gone to the mall. What do you mean?
True. No, yes, not even in Dubai. In general, you just didn't look like you
dressed like an idiot.
Sure, you dressed like a what a few calls and then no, like bro, I don't even try to pretend like I'm the styling god, you know, like this is not the case. Yeah, I just have like the foundations down, and also Florian, he's really good at styling. We went shopping with him. With styling, I think the main thing you just need to look out for is who else dresses well. Let me copy that. The only things I was literally telling you is go on Instagram, find black guys who look really cool and copy them. That's like I literally sent you a few which I knew, and this is exactly how you look. This is how they look, this is how you look, and it looks good on them, so it's also gonna look good on you. It's not that complicated. I think it's just like, you know, like everything, like products, proven concept, just proven concept everywhere.
Yeah, just copy what works.
Exactly. Since Dubai, I have to tell you one thing, you look huge. Compared to Dubai, you actually look built now. So what's going on there?
I don't know, like I feel like to have the best experience in life, you need to be in the best shape, you need to feel the best, you need to like dress well, you need to be able to talk. All of that combined, it also comes from looking at you, also comes from looking at Andrew Tate and stuff. The two of you like are kind of like here in terms of life.
He's up. He's
No,
higher
like
than me.
no, I feel like
even-
I don't know. I feel like it gets to a point where like life doesn't get that much difference. Maybe he can buy like 50 supercars, but like he only drives the same amount you probably drive. You guys are kind of similar in a way, so it's like I feel like I need to work my way up to your level. Once I get there, I'll probably have the best experience in life possible. At the end of the day, it has turned into like a game for me, and I actually want to complete the game. Go to the gym, make more money, talk to more people, talk to more girls.
I think the whole Andrew Tate thing is very interesting. That like right now he's constantly saying like don't go out, like just work on yourself, look God and stuff like that. Sure. But what did he actually do 5 years ago or 10 years ago when he was your age? Being a degenerate, right? For sure, 100%. And I think you just have to go through that phase. And it's also very important to take advice with a grain of salt on who does he actually talk to at what stage. The question of at what stage do you actually have to listen to which specific advice is very important. If you give a beginner dropshipper like super advanced product research methods, high barrier to entry, super difficult product, they're not going to make it work. An advanced guy should listen to that. I think the same thing for Andrew Tate. Like the thing he's saying, not focusing on girls and doing all of that. There's just a time and a place. And I think if you haven't lived through that yet, there's for sure that time right now. And I don't see a point in just settling down right away and not getting any experiences with anything. I don't see the point.
Would you say that it's better to try and develop all those extra skills before you make money, or money first and then other stuff?
It depends on how you make the money. You know, like if you just get lucky, then it doesn't make sense. But money gave me a lot of confidence, not because of the money, because I was able to build things up. I got shit done. Like I had specific goals and I reached them. And that made me so much more confident. And I just knew there's a lot of people who are trying this. I'm the guy who made it work. I earned the right to be confident in myself. This is not something which I'm like just being delusional about. Like I'm very factual about everything. I try to be, this is what I see on paper. This is how I can act. I mean, again, there's just a time and a place. And I'm not doing any of the dumb stuff with girls anymore. I've settled down. I have a girlfriend, but I help you. I mean, I honestly thought that if the two of us went up to two girls and started talking to them, they would literally just like both go to you and I'll just be like on my phone or something. But like, I don't like, it literally doesn't make sense. I'm sure everybody thinks the exact same, but like, no. Yeah.
I don't know what you did, but like, he literally just like spoke to some girl. He was like, where are you from or something? And she said she's from the UK. And she was like, my friend over here is from the UK as well. And like, I don't know why, she just lit up or something. And like, we just started talking. We like got numbers. I was like, what the hell?
That one was...
It literally, no, it didn't make sense. Like, how? What is this? What is this?
She just liked you. Don't worry about it. She just liked you. I didn't say anything. I think the line which worked the best is just sunglasses on or off. That was good.
We were literally like in the club the whole night, just like, does this look good? Does this not look good?
The thing is, if I go up to a group of girls, I'm the center of attention right away because I came up to them. So how I make Mikey the center of attention is this. He has his glasses on and I tap them on the shoulder like, hey, good, bad. Turn them up, down. What's better? And then they just start talking to him, you know? And that was the best strat ever.
He just disappears.
Yeah, and then I'm gone. I'm out. My mission is done.
It's a crazy game that I'm learning, making progress, but we'll get there.
No, for sure, bro.
It's fun.
I couldn't see you doing all of that in Dubai.
In Dubai, I was too anxious. Like it was a bit too much. I was overloaded. I was overwhelmed. I was like, but like now I'm a bit more comfortable with you guys, with talking to girls, with like, so I don't know. I feel like it's just like a process. Eventually you need to force yourself. You need to actually force yourself out of your comfort zone, because like most of the time, like my heart is beating, going to people and talking up to them. But eventually you push past that and you realize that you will get rejected once in a while. It's part of the game. So you just play the game and have fun the whole time. This is like completely off topic. It's more like for me, and it's more like in a serious light. How did your relationship with your family change since you started making money?
My family?
Yeah.
I think a few things happened. When they understood that I actually have money and that I did make it work, even though they didn't really think this is even possible, they started to respect my decisions more. I really noticed how if I say something, they listen to me so much more than before. It's a very, very different dynamic now. And I have a word, you know, like my word actually counts in my family. And before that, it was just not the case. And I think you also have to deserve and earn the right to talk to somebody and get taken seriously. Your word has to matter that it matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to actually be valid, and you have to validate it by achieving a bunch of things. So I think that was the biggest change. I'm very, very grateful. All of them would never ask me for money. Even they feel awkward when I give them money. And it's just a thing something which, if I would see that they're like expecting the next payment from me, it would just make me feel very uncomfortable. And that's also like part of the reason why like I'm with my girlfriend now. I can just tell for a fact 100,000% it's not connected to my money. These things like matter a lot to me, and like I definitely watched out for these clues a lot of the times, also with family members, where I said something and then I literally watch their reaction. I want to see what they're going to say next, how they're going to react, just to make sure that I'm not being played right now. I basically, because I never had money and all of a sudden it changed, I was like, okay, maybe other people will treat me differently now. And it was the case, but I think it was not because of the money, but because of success, because they saw I can get shit done. It was not in a using way, you know?
Okay, so how can you tell when a girl is a gold digger or not?
There's just like a lot of subtle clues, you know, like you could, obviously no girl is gonna tell you I'm here for the money or how much is in your bank account. From the get-go, if a girl, for example, is not on Instagram and doesn't go out, the pool of people she meets is just her social circle, which is not even that. She's not in that bubble. Where she lives, the area she grew up in, it's just like high school friends and growing up friends and college friends. You can tell what somebody's goal is. You understand who they hang around with is basically the kind of the people they want to strive to. If I see a girl who's like chilling in Dubai, just that, the fact I met her in Dubai would be for me a red flag. Why the fuck are you in Dubai right now? What are you doing here? Like, you're obviously here to find some rich guy, you know? So this would not be a girl which I would take seriously for a relationship just because of the fact she's even there.
Our mic's cut out, so we're gonna have to restart over here, but let's get back on topic. How do you actually manage and deal with all the stress which comes from like having payroll and having other people you have to worry about and all these things?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's like very annoying when you start to see money leaving your bank account and everything. And for me, like sometimes when I'm so very, very stressed and then I completely forget to send some of them their money, and then they come to me and they're like, where's my money? And like, it's not really a big deal. It's just because I'm not like very organized. So I feel like if I actually had some kind of structure, it probably would be good. Like, I think for you have like some kind of structure down.
I hired a bunch of people. Like at this point, I'm sure we hired like over 40 people, had to fire probably like 20 or so. Maybe I'm lying, maybe like 30 or so. Maybe 30 I hired in total. We have like 23, 22, something like that working for us currently. It's obviously the selection at first, you know, like how you select the right people is number one priority, and after that is just going to come all the like systems and how you manage them, how you track them, how you make sure that they actually do exactly what you want and not what they want. And basically what an average employee usually wants is just have more free time. They want to get paid and have time for their own without working. That's usually what you get. But if you select the right people, it's very different. And also, if you manage the right people the right way, it's also going to be exponentially better than everything else. And this is something I learned from like hiring, especially dropshippers. If you hire a dropshipper, he's going to be so much more motivated to do things because they get so many other benefits out of the work. They learn so much and they understand, all right, me making this work and me being a good employee is going to benefit me in the long run. It just makes sense.
Okay, before we close off, let's get a bit back off topic. Like, I kind of want to get a bit controversial. Like, there are some people who have been calling you out, talking trash about you. Why don't you ever like pay attention to them? Why don't you acknowledge them? You just ignore them.
I honestly don't even want to acknowledge who they are, what's going on. It is what it is. I don't care about it too much. I think this is something I saw with Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast did a crazy thing where he had this huge controversy about like his friend transitioning, this guy Chris, transitioning from men to woman and having this whole trans thing. And then everybody was like asking themselves, okay, can he leave him on set? Is it going to have a negative impact on kids? Or is it going to be fine? Is it positive? Everybody was basically debating, and it was a crazy thing. And he was in a really tough spot where his best friend was doing something which either aligns with his values or doesn't, but it's definitely going to change the whole perception. Everybody was going crazy. And the next video he posted, his response was, I cured 1,000 blind people from blindness. And like, damn, this guy just won. Like, they all go crazy and he just overpowers them with that video. It's basically him just being the best person possible. And this is what I'm also trying to do with just, they talk all the shit. I still post the next case study. still the next case study, next successful person, whoever does, they can do whatever they want. I keep doing my thing. I'm going my path. I know the whole thing works. There's also no substance to hate whatsoever. And it is what it is.
I mean, we need some beef here and there, some YouTuber econ boxing scene.
Well, yeah, like if somebody wants to box me, that's the only thing I actually would do. So if anybody wants,
call him out.
I'm not gonna call anybody out. But if you want,
you guys call him out. If you want to spar this guy, if you think you can take him, call him out.
please. But I think going back to my employees and what we said with like all the stress and things, I think like me hiring the right people was just the fundamental of everything. And me having like literally like almost 10 people in the support team, having one-on-one calls, group calls, WhatsApp support, answering messages. Like you have an entire team which you instantly get inserted into your life if you're just in the program. And this is just something which nobody else does. Nobody has one-on-one calls consistently with every student on such a level which we do it on. And especially with high quality people. Like the one-on-one calls are only with top students or me. So for everybody who is interested, if you're not sure yet, you can watch the case studies. If you are, click the link below and I will hopefully see you soon in a call.